In your personal opinion, which company is more consumer friendly? Would it be the PlayStation because they have their a free online service, or the Xbox?
I really don't know. I don't find any corporation to be consumer friendly. I think they're all they're out to wring as much money out of you as they possibly can. And so from Sony's point of view, having their services free means more people will buy their console, and that's more money for them. Microsoft's, yeah, they'll charge for it and take money that way. I don't think any of them are consumer friendly. They all want whatever they can get and as much control as they can keep. Commodore were quite no. They had a nice open system which was great, and that is something that is missing these days, is an open system where you can do whatever the hell you like, though some might say the PC.
Who's going to ultimately win the video game war?
I don't see there being winners and losers. They're all making huge, great big wadges of money. None of them lose. There will be the system that's the most popular at the end of the day, but they've all gone through or will go through their life cycles. None of them are going to conk out or get withdrawn in the way that Sega's systems did. They will all go through their respective life cycles, and none of them will go broke. I don't think there will be a winner or a loser. It's just business.
Have you heard of a system called OnLive?
I have, yes. I don't like the idea, though. It would fail dismally in the UK as UK broadband at the moment is. It's just too slow over here for something like that to be viable. But I don't like the whole your game is processed at the other end. You don't have a physical copy. You never even have a digital copy, really, do you? It's all kept somewhere else, processed somewhere else, and relies entirely on using your bandwidth. I don't like that.
Yeah, for the audience that's not aware of it, OnLive is a new video game company, I guess. And they, like he said, you don't purchase a physical game. You purchase it through them for a specific period of time. But, I tried this OnLive. I was impressed by the speed of it. It really is, you push the button and things happen instantly. Because everyone was like, no, there's going to be lag. And even, when you go on like Skype or Stickam, Yahoo, whatever, you get lag. So everyone assumed there's going to be lag with this OnLive. There's no lag, but it's still crap. Like, I don't like it.
I don't think I've even seen any video of it. I don't know what it looks like. But I would have to ask how much bandwidth you've got. I mean, where I am, our broadband providers say, yes, maximum 20 megabits upload, blah, blah, and it's rubbish. I mean, I've got about 2 megabits download speed here, which is appalling. So something like that, it just wouldn't work.
Was the first Nintendo, the SNES, the one where you had to blow on the cartridge? I assume you guys had that problem too in the UK, where it wouldn't start out, you had to take the cartridge out and blow on it over and over again until it finally turned on. Was that the first console to ever feature games that would declare you the winner? Where it wasn't just an infinite numbers, just keep going on and on and on?
The NES. I don't know, actually. I'm looking at the consoles I've got here and wondering if any of them have got games that did that. I mean, the ColecoVision was fairly advanced for its time, and I'm trying to think if it had anything like that. I mean, there were Pitfall on the Atari 2600. It was possible to complete that. So, no, I suppose technically not. You could.
It was possible, you said, to complete Pitfall?
Yes, it was. You had to make a map, and you had to know when to go above ground or below ground, and you definitely had to go below ground to complete it and not run out of time. But yeah, you had to get all the gold. I think it was like 2,000 points or something, and if you did that, I don't know that it awarded you anything, but yes, there was an end.
What was the worst Atari game for the 2600 you remember?
The one with the worst reputation is E.T. The worst one I have played, well, Pac-Man's pretty bad. Yeah, that's probably the worst one in my collection. When I got that as a kid, I mean, I had it in '83 at Christmas, and I enjoyed it, but I was that young, I didn't know any better. I play it now, and it's like, oh god, this is pretty awful.
Before we get hate mail, are you insulting Pac-Man on the 2600 specifically, or Pac-Man in general?
Oh, no, 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 only on the 2600. Pac-Man, I would not insult the legend. The thing with Pac-Man on the 2600 is the guy that programmed it was told, make us Pac-Man, we need it in a hurry. So he cobbled together a load of code, basically presented them with a demo to show it could be done. The maze wasn't in any way complete, the sprites were flickering and everything, and it was just him showing the Atari execs, look, it can be done, I've knocked this together in a couple of weeks. And they said, fine, that's great, we'll take that. And they sold it, and the programmer was appalled. He in no way was happy with them selling it in that condition, but they wanted it, and they wanted it right there and then, so they sold it like that.
That's an interesting backstory. I didn't know that. Do you think... I think Atari was one of the most brilliantly marketed systems. Recalling it through childhood eyes, I don't remember anything being marketed as good as the Atari 2600 was. Do you think the video game industry has lost that 80s marketing touch that they had?
Yeah, I don't know if it's that they've lost the marketing touch. Advertising in general is different now. The public are wiser to advertising techniques, so you have to use different methods. Back then you could just show a clip of the game, show the family sitting around having fun, and kids would go, yay, that's great, let's have one of those. You can't do that anymore because everyone's smarter and they know that advertisers lie. So I don't know. I have seen very few adverts actually on the TV for the games consoles themselves. I see the ads for the games, but I've not seen anything really pushing the systems, which probably just says I don't watch much TV, really. I don't know, I'm kind of immune to advertising for game consoles anyway. It's like, I know way before they're coming out what they are, what's good, what's bad, and whatever, so maybe I'm just oblivious to the advertising, which maybe says the advertising's no good. God, that could go round and round. There will always be consoles. I am concerned that there won't always be physical media for them, like discs. I like discs. The worry I have is that all your games are going to be download only, and that brings about an awful lot of issues for retro gamers like myself. But I don't see consoles disappearing. I mean, it could be said that the modern consoles now are just PCs without a keyboard, and there's certainly a valid argument to that. But I don't think as an entity in their own right they're going to go away. It's a tricky one because, I mean, a console is meant to be a simple thing. Like a PC or a computer is complicated. You've got to learn the operating system and all the ways to work it, and peripherals and blah blah, and it's complex. Consoles were meant to be simple. Just turn it on, plug your game in, and away you go. And they have strayed from that, and that's possibly going to harm them. Maybe. Certainly they're going to lose a certain amount of market there. But if they can keep things reasonably simple and not get carried away with the complexity, I don't think they're going to go away. But I do think physical media is quite an endangered thing. I think downloads, they absolutely, the game companies would love it to be download only because piracy is such a big deal, and things like that, though retail outlets wouldn't be happy with that. So there's a battle going on there.